canceled.
What? The all-new farewell episode of Moonlighting, Sunday.
Lesbian mothers, women who love women having babies without husbands. What it's like for kids who have two parents called mom. Watch 2020 Friday.
Listen, if you find any item at Channel Home Centers carries selling for less someplace else, Channel will beat that price. Did you hear that? No disclaimers, no retractions, just the Channel price promise, and that is on everything the Channel sells.
Like this 15-pound bag of Glorion Deluxe Weed and Feed. Right now, it's just $4.99 after a $3 manufacturer's rebate.
Okay, you find that for less, and Channel will beat that price with no hedging and no disclaimers. There's no better place, any place.
Now play nice.
Some people think kids just wear clothes. We know kids race in them, battle in them, do everything but sit still in them. So at Bradley's, our clothes are a little tougher, a little stronger. Bradley's.
Oh, what an angel.
Kids wear out before our clothes do.
The hunt for a one-man crime wave. Crime Fighters at 11.
Books like these create a record of civilization, the wisdom and folly of all those who have gone before us.
Stanley Oak, New Hampshire. Fred Rosenthal, Texas. Frank Szymanski, Wisconsin. At the end of the program, we'll tell you how to get information about unclaimed property.
Brushing with a tartar control toothpaste is good, but it's not good enough. Because the #1 dental problem isn't tartar, it's plaque. That's why there's Plaques, the incredible pre-brushing rinse that removes 300% more plaque than brushing alone.
Cross the road, Jack, to a place with a taste that's more, that's more, that's more, that's more. Cross the road, Jack, Kentucky Fried Chicken's got more.
What you said, original recipe chicken, sir. Some chicken little sandwiches for him and her. Kentucky nuggets, hey, help make daddy's day.
That's right, cross the road, Jack, Kentucky Fried Chicken's got more.
Cross the road, Jack.
Kentucky Fried...
Next. It's the most shocking cliffhanger of the year. The season finale of Dynasty. For 6 consecutive Saturdays, America's greatest saga continues.
The day I met you was the day I was born.
North and South, Book 2, Saturdays.
Hard money.
A $20 gold piece, minted in 1879. They don't make them like this anymore. This is the sort of wealth that everybody understands. Gold, the metal that makes the world go around. It's worth about $500. And this is the sort of thing that governments specialize in. Paper. They exchange this for this. This is the bond issued in 1915 by the last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas II. The face value is 1,000 rubles, about $38,000 then. The value today is, well, as a collector's item, I'm told it might fetch as much as $50. Oh, here's another government promise that wasn't kept. This one was issued in China in 1913 by the government of Sun Yat-sen. If you bought one and cashed it in before June 1988, you got back 8 cents on the dollar. Otherwise, you got little more than a colorful piece of history. And this, well, this bond was issued in 1864 by the Confederate States of America. Not a very good investment, but no one has ever lost a nickel by investing in one of these, the United States Savings Bond. Since 1776, when an optimistic young government sold bonds to finance the revolution, every dollar's been paid back or held in deposit. Back then, most bonds were bought by commercial banks or by wealthy individuals. But the idea of ordinary people investing directly in their government really took hold in 1941.
any bonds today. Bonds of freedom, that's what I'm selling, any bonds today. Scrape up the most you can. Here comes the freedom man, asking you to buy a share of freedom today.
More than 85 million Americans invested almost $34 billion in United States savings bonds. It was impossible to escape the sales campaign, even at the movies.
They have a quota in this victory loan. It's part of the state's, your city's quota.
This theater and movie theaters throughout the country are making it possible for you to shorten this war.
For your convenience, bonds and stamps are on sale at the box office of this theater.
Do it this day, at this theater as you leave.
Can you say that you can't afford to buy victory bonds?
Let's all back the attack. It's up to you.
That was then, and this is now. And what's incredible about savings bonds is this. Fully matured savings bonds in the amount of hundreds of millions of dollars from that time have not been redeemed. Some people may have simply forgotten the bonds they bought so long ago. On the other hand, perhaps they may just like the idea of owning a piece of America. Maybe that's why a man named William Amos Hanson did what he did. As dramatic William Amos Hanson, you may have an unclaimed fortune waiting for you. 1 in 7 Americans are owed unclaimed fortunes. Here are some of their names. J. Yamamoto, Alaska. Ethel P. Dickey, Nebraska. Faye M. Anderson, Iowa. Clifford R. Dewey, Kansas. Omar Cheer Jr., Louisiana. Clarence Grable, Nevada. Ralph Booth, New Hampshire. Rachel Moffett, Pennsylvania. Leonard J. Sader, South Dakota. Helen G. Bodner, Maryland. At the end of the program, we'll tell you how to get information about unclaimed property.
ABC's Wide World of Sports is off to the races. First top Formula One drivers match skills and nerve in the circuit's premier event. USF&G presents the Grand Prix of Monaco. Then 4-year-old thoroughbreds hit the track in the Pimlico Special. Plus an update from the Indianapolis 500 time trials. All Saturday on ABC Sports.
Sunday, the culmination of the saga that spans 6 years. Sharing the glory and the triumph of the unforgettable final episode. Sunday at 9, 8 Central, the conclusion of War and Remembrance.
All we've done tonight is scratch the surface. It seems that almost every time the investigators reunite a lost fortune with a found owner, another lost fortune shows up. The files are full of them. Where are you, Walter R. Reynolds? Walter owns a sizable chunk of corporate stock worth more than $55,000. That's call 1-900-400-4000. To all of you, good fortune.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London.
Tomorrow, repairing a marriage affected by infidelity.
Also Gene Wilder and one of America's most memorable survivors, Jessica McClure, on Good Morning America.
Monday, she betrayed his love years ago. Now she's back to finish the job on MacGyver. Then Stryker hasn't got a prayer when he's guarding a schoolboy preacher who's a holy terror on B.L. Stryker on the ABC mystery movie. Now stay tuned for Dynasty next.
Saturday, the underdogs need help
Mitch would never do that. Nobody will listen to me.
to take down the fat cats. It's a special time for a man called Hawk.